Oh, I'm trying to figure out where that helps a little bit. Okay, good afternoon, guys. It is kind of crazy here. I have got to find a way to sit comfortably here. Try not to bump into the thingy. Hey, Nancy. Um, so I've got Ashley's children, both of them today. She had to work. So, but check out my sugar apples. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? I mean, these things are beautiful. They have little, like, see them where it's black where they've been scuffed. That's okay. That's just the skin they've gotten buffed around in the thing. But these David picked, and they're not quite ready yet. But by them being picked, they'll ripen up. I just got done eating two of them. Oh my word! Hey Susan, nice to see you in here today, honey. I'm stuffed. I ate a pimento cheese sandwich and a few chips and a sugar apple for lunch. So I thought we were going to get more done last week, Becky and I, but we didn't get anything done because David got stung and had to go to the hospital. So that went south. So we have got a lot done, but not what I wanted to get done. And I thought today I would have time to do things on my own. And because Ruth's off from work today, so she kept mom with her. And I thought, oh, I'll be able to get some things done around here. And then Ashley called me and asked me to watch the babies. I say babies. I think Connor will be, is Connor 4? He's 4 or 5. I don't know. I can't keep up with these kids anymore. Yes, I am really super glad he's doing better. Although he's still not, those hornets are worse than any of the bees, I believe, what they said. So I am trying to get comfortable here. And as y'all know, I can't ever be comfortable for some reason. I hate this chair. Look at me rolling every time I put it up. Oh well, I'm trying to get my feet up. So, my son doesn't like me calling him my kid. He said I'm 31 years old and I'm an adult and is married and has a kid. I told him all I We all still call our kids our kids. Yep, that's true. They are just then mean here this year. Um, they, the Yellow Jacket's been mean there too. Yeah, they're just ugly, and he hasn't he hasn't finished the job. I don't know um, what all will happen over that because he's one of my neighbors down the road, and he went and talked to his daughter, but that wasn't him, and it's already it's already put David out more money than he actually made on the job. I think he only charged him like $40, and it's some outlandish amount that it's cost him for the shot and the hospital visit and everything. Sometimes you go a step forward and 5 steps back, right? I hear the baby is awake now. Of course, as soon as I get on here, one of them's got to wake up. I just got Connor down, so he should sleep for a little while. Yeah. Yes, indeed, I understand that. That's so true, Nancy. Our kids will always be our kids. Yeah, or my babies. You know, get over it. That's what I tell them. Get over it. You are what you are to me, and I'll call you whatever I want to. I'm pretty rotten when it comes to stuff like that. I still, when I walked up to my son, I said, "Hi, baby. How are you doing?" Or I'll say, "This is my youngin." He's 40 something. Exactly, but he got so offended by that. I knew where it came from because my daughter-in-law put that in his head. Oh, yep, me too. Well, and see, that's the thing about it, Nancy. You got to constantly walk on eggshells because that's the way it is. I gotta sit up. This is Yeah, I was still calling. I still called the baby of the family, and I had kids too. Yep, exactly. And you know what? It's funny. My daughter doesn't think nothing about it. Neither does my son. But I don't. My daughter Becky and my daughter Ashley. I don't know how she feels about that kind of stuff. So, anyways, she used not to be that way. She always would encourage my son to end the relationship, but now she doesn't. It's jealousy. I'm sorry to say that happens with a lot of um, just encourage him to be loving and try to encourage him to be a good husband and father. That's all that you can do. It's always my mama's baby. Yep. I like Bill Crosby's Hey Julie words. I brought you into this world and I can take you out too. Oh yeah. Yep. I don't think that they even comprehend. It's like how I don't think people comprehend their jealousy. There's this I don't know if I want to talk about this or not. I think I'll pass on that in case somebody listens to this and I might get flack before I move. No, I'm just gonna say, you know what? If she don't like it, she can kiss my butt. Terrible, ain't I? That's a good Christian thought, right? Um, I love my sister to death, and we have many faults, both of us. But um, her husband summed it up. She's jealous because my mother is infatuated with my brother-in-law, which is her son-in-law, and you know, Alzheimer's has no rhyme or reason. My mother's never been infatuated, never had anything to say about him, never was really around him a lot, you know. He's a sweet guy, she'd say, or something like that. She never really, so I know it's not some subconscious or subconscious bull crap, you know. But my mom's got an infatuation. She thinks that um, I don't know what she thinks, but anyways, I think she thinks that my brother-in-law likes her or something. I don't know, because my brother-in-law is very nice and everything. You know, he's good to her. He gives her snacks and lunch and stuff like that when he's with her. And my sister's so obsessed about it, she won't even let him. You know, because she says my mom gets upset with her when my brother-in-law's around, which excuse me. Um, he might kiss Ruth or something like that, and then my mom supposedly gets a little bit honoring with Ruth Ann. Well, I don't think that it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with sundowner syndrome. And my brother-in-law says she's just jealous. She just can't stand it because your mom's showing me attention. Anyways, let's see. I try, but every time I just try to have a regular conversation with my son, he just gets so angry and turns things around. Well, it's kind of because you guys live together. You know, I don't. I don't think I could do that with my son. I could not live with my son at all. I'm just saying, I wouldn't live with my son if at all possible. I mean, I'd have to be unable to function on my own because I know that we would not get along. Yes, jealousy can do a lot to people. Yep, sounds like the sundowners to me too. Oh no, it's bad. She told me Anastasia that I was crazy because she doesn't believe that there is a mole out front. Uh, so both my son and daughter-in-law told Anastasia that I was crazy. Anastasia told me this morning. Okay, you got to remember, I'm going to do a little bit of family talk here. You got to remember that when Anastasia brings you stuff, do not react to what she's saying to you because she's getting what she wants. I love the dynamic that you are being able to save your, save back some money and everything like that and not having to spend everything on your own because you do live with your son. But um, kids will take things back and forth. So watch what you say in front of her and do not react when she tells you things. Say, well, they probably haven't seen it. So they probably think I'm crazy and blow it off. Because if you play into that, it will fester. It will fester and fester and fester and fester, and then somebody's going to explode. You know what I'm saying? Um, you need your private time just as well as they do. So make sure that you're getting private time of your own. Um, and I don't know if you are able to leave the house on your own. I don't know if you have a vehicle or anything like that. I don't know your circumstances. So, but if you have the ability to have some type of outside, especially now since your daughter-in-law isn't working, it would be better for you if you were able to do some type of outside activity, even if it's not to um, like here, the thing that they're putting mom into, it's called Joe's Club, and she gets to go interact with other people her age, and that might benefit you too, that you're able to go and you know do things with other people. Let's see. That's what I did. Just didn't react, and I said that I need to show them up front. Oh my goodness. I am downstairs and they're upstairs 90% of the time. Oh, hmm. I don't know, Nick. I don't know, Nancy. It's crazy, you know. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard living with family. Period. Um, those who do it and get away with it, that don't have any problems, more power to you. But I can't imagine. Um, since my children have grown, I have not spent more than probably a week and a half with any of them at one length of time, and I'm very happy about that because I don't know if I could do it. But I am having some stomach issues, so if I just cut you guys off, please, please, please understand that I'm having issues. Um, I'd love to go in there and take a nap. I'm so tired. I might do that. They can't afford a place on their own, and I can afford a place on my own. Oh, don't they have housing for the elderly where you live, Nancy? When they meet, my son told her, when they met, my son told her he would never leave his mom, and she said, okay. Hmm. Oh, it is in the worst part of town and already live in that mess. Oh, okay. Sorry. So super, super, super sorry. I just, I don't even know what to say. We'll definitely pray for your circumstances. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to stay on here very long. My stomach's really tearing up today. Um, but I'm very excited about that sugar apples. I have done a little bit of work. I mean, just very little bit of work outside, and yep, that's right. Give it to the Lord and let them come. And don't take it to heart. Try not to let them hurt your feelings or anything, because that only makes it worse. Let me tell you something. Years ago, when I divorced David, he ended up getting with this gal, and we're gonna name her Jerry. That's not her name, but anyways, Jerry would try to cause problems with me and my kids, and she would she would just totally be a total jerk in front of everybody else. I mean, by myself and in front of everybody else, she looked like she was old Mrs. Innocent, you know. Well, anybody knows me, I don't take no crap from nobody. So when she would say things to me, I put her in her place. Hey, Patty, nice to see you here. Um, so I put her in her place. Well, um, they had already split up, and David tried to get her out of the house. He tried to get her out of the house. He tried to get her out of the house, and she wouldn't leave. Finally, he was able to get her out. We were already back together by then. But I'm gonna tell you something. That woman did everything she possibly could to try to turn my family against me. And even her children were stinkers. So we all have our battles, you know. Oh, but when I started spending more time with David, and then I ended up moving in Melbourne, and he because I worked across the street. For me to drive to and from Melbourne all the time, it costs a lot of money for me, and gasoline and all that kind of stuff. And Ashley's school was across the street. It just worked out for us at the time. And whether you guys understand this or not, I don't understand why I think the way I do, but it's just the way I think. The way I was raised, I always felt guilty about it because we were not married anymore. But during the time that we were together, living together, she would call us at all hours of the night because she had started bartending, and she was up late at night. So she would just call us up on her way home or whatever, and give him give him a butt for her, and he'd hang up on her, and don't call me. You got no reason to call me. Don't call me. And if you're going to call me in the daytime whenever I actually am not awake. Well, so anyways, I was always told pray for the people, pray for your enemies, and that's what I did. I prayed. I prayed for her daily, all day long, and at nighttime too. And I prayed. I didn't pray um, hateful thoughts like something to happen to her or nothing. I just prayed good thoughts over her. I said, Lord, please bring her joy back to her. Lord, please bring someone into her life so she feels fulfilled and not want to constantly attack us. Lord, please help her get through this, Um, and uh, I just really just felt like it was the right thing to do. Well, the devil inside me, when my daughter died, I wanted to go up when she came to her funeral. The fact of the matter, when she came to my mother-in-law's funeral, I spoke to her cordially and didn't have anything else to say really. And then when my daughter passed away, she came to my daughter's funeral. And God just said she just needed a hug. So I went up and hugged her. I said, thank you for being here. And went about my way. And I'll tell you, I don't think she's bothered us at all in years. So, and there was some ugly blood between us. I mean, ugly stuff. I really had to pray hard. So before it gets to that point, what I'm trying to get at, before it gets to the point where you absolutely detest somebody and you don't want to even see them in your sight, pray for them. Pray for them constantly, and believe it or not, they'll fall in love with you and you'll fall in love with them, and God will make things right. And don't pray, oh, please don't tell her to do this. Pray good things on them. Pray for love and laughter in their life and joy and things that you may be able to share with them that they like and things like that. Yep. Yes, pray for your enemies, forgive those who offend you. That was witness of your being able to do that. Yeah, hey, Fran, how are you today? Thanks for coming in. It changes our hearts towards our enemies. That's right. And instead of me looking at Jerry as an enemy anymore, I looked at her as a lonely, sad soul that needed the Lord. And I can't say that she knows the Lord, so I just pray that she would find him and he would give her peace and beauty and happiness. The same with my daughter Ashley's sister Sharon. She's passed away now, but when all this was going down with the kids being taken and everything, and I stepped in and took Ashley, and she got Dustin, Ashley's little older brother, and Sharon was the oldest, And Sharon was from a different mother, but they both had the same father. Um, Sharon was really sent me some really ugly messages, and thank God I had literally just been through a Sunday school class, and my pastor's wife Jana was teaching it at the time, and she said always stop and think before you react to what somebody says to you. Stop and think of what the best way is to handle it and love them. My daughter Ashley's wanting to know how's things going, so I have to text her back. Hang on, guys. Everything's fine. Connor is sleeping. Period. And the baby is talking in his playpen, and I am doing a live stream. So, I don't know where I was at. Oh, so because I stopped and took a little bit to think about what I was going to say, she was hurt because she wasn't invited to something. And I just said, I am so sorry that I didn't involve you. My thought was that you would not be comfortable because of the people that were going to be there, blah blah blah. And I let her know that I had thought it wasn't a total blow me off thing. It was a thought of, okay, this is not for you. So, anyways, it worked out. It really worked out, and it made our relationship closer. So, sometimes it just takes a little bit effort to think ahead before we say things to. I would probably, I mean, I know how I have been in the past. God knows. If somebody called me crazy, I'd jump them and turn it all on them and let loose on all the crazy things that they do. But now that I'm getting older, I think sometimes there's a little bit better way to handle things. So I'm telling you, I'm probably going to have to cut this off very quickly because my stomach is just giving me a fit. I shouldn't have ate so much. But those sugar apples, those of y'all who come in late, check out these sugar apples. Are they beautiful or what? And they are so delicious. If those were ripe, I'd open them and show you. And then I have to tell you something funny. I've got to go clean out between. They're probably all on the floor underneath the couch, but my sofa is two sections, and they have the ability to put the feet up, right? Sometimes things slide down there. Well, I had this little baby food jar, and I was putting all the seeds in it. The seeds are spotless clean. There ain't nothing on them or nothing. But somehow I turned it over, and the seeds were going upside down through that crack into the floor. And I'm like, that's great. Now I'll probably move that couch, and some of them will get messed up. I'm going to take some of those seeds with me. Some people want to try tropicals and grow them in cooler weather, and some people don't. So, but I'm going to take some of those seeds with me to the picnic. But anyways, I do have to get off of here. I know it's not 1 o'clock yet, but my stomach is just really, really tearing me up. Uh, so, um, all right. So I'm going to pray real quick, and then I'm going to get off of here. Dear Lord, help Nancy with all of her um, things going on in her life, Lord. Heal her and make it joyful around her. And thank you for all that you do for us. Lord, there's so many people with needs here. Patty with moving and Fran with um, losing her husband and Linda with losing her husband and um, I know Susan doesn't have the greatest health either. So you know what all of our needs are, Lord, and I know Christy hasn't come on here. I was hoping to hear something about Isabel's mouth. I've been praying. They also think that my grandson has an esophagus problem and that's why he's vomiting so badly. So please, Lord, take care of all of our needs. You know what we need. You know what everybody wants. So that's 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 there. And Lord, a special prayer for my new pastor and his wife. Sonia lost her grandfather. I'm sorry, her father, and just a really rough time right now for them. So please keep them in your loving arms and fulfilled. In your name, Amen. All right, guys, I am going to get off here. I love you all, but my stomach's not. It's not. It's cramping pretty bad, so I'm going to have to go. Love you. See you later.